When I entered school, I went to a school in Ferndale. At the time, it was called Taft. It was a private school, and they were really oral. This is a picture of the school, and this is a picture of me. So then I entered an deaf school called the Lutheran School, and it was in Detroit. It was oral based, it had an oral based program, but we were allowed to sign in the dorm rooms. Then that year, it was 1974, they started mainstreaming school in Michigan. I had never done that, but I entered the West Bloomfield Hills area, and it didn't go well. My mom didn't like it, so my parents decided to take me out. They decided that was best because that made the school look bad when students were pulled out or dropped out. So then I went to a different school, and then I ended up at MSD. I learned sign starting in the deaf school, but before that, you learned signs at home. You made home signs. For instance, cry was like this. I'm trying to remember a different one. Car was like this, or glue was like this. There were many different signs. It was however you signed in your house, and my mom, she signed like that. So one day MSD came to our house, and they said, if you're going to learn to sign, you got to learn to fingerspell. I said, spelling? I've never heard of that. What is that? I was clueless. I had never been free to sign. I had never been free to do any of that. So, because of MSD, that's how I learned sign. Now, I love sign. Yeah, I'm comfortable with oral, but I feel much more comfortable with signing. And in the world, it's better to sign. And also, back then, they didn't have interpreters in school. From 1974 back, there was no interpreters. So I went to college in New York at NRIT, and I decided that I wanted to do something with the medical lab. I love science. So I wanted to become a nurse, but because I'm deaf, I really couldn't accomplish that. So I thought, what can I do? So then I thought, well, maybe, I could be that person that draws the blood. So I accepted that, and then someone came up to me and warned me. They said, you need to be careful. People are dying because of blood. And I'm like, oh my goodness, why? What are you talking about? Well, back then, that was the year that HIV and AIDS started. And the information wasn't, given to us. So I dropped that, and I decided to become an optical technician. It's not my favorite, but I didn't have many choices. Now, when I see people out in the world signing, I loved it, especially in college. I was so anxious to learn. I was like, teach me, feed me more, feed me more. I loved learning it. It was so great. And now I just thrived from it.